What happened that night when a federal pickup truck rolled over, killing a trooper?
We want to mostly remember the family during this time. This is a father, this is a husband who has 3 children, and fathers and mothers, and lots of family.
A tearful goodbye for DPS Trooper Anthony Salas, who died 2 weeks ago in Eagle Pass as part of Governor Greg Abbott's border protection mission.
Anthony had filled a lot of roles in our department. Not only was he a special agent for our department, but he did a lot of things outside of that with special operation teams and assisting in the border mission that's taking place right now. Which is where this accident occurred.
We still have not gotten many details of what happened in Eagle Pass. Out of the 6 undocumented who were apprehended, there was a woman and 4 men from Guatemala. 1 man was from Mexico. They were transported to a local hospital and later released back to the custody of Border Patrol. Trooper Salas, who was riding in the back of the pickup when it rolled over, was gravely injured. He was one of 1,600 state troopers who were deployed to the border as part of Operation Lone Star, which began last March. That Saturday, after being transported here to University Hospital in San Antonio, Trooper Salas died. Governor Abbott was also in town campaigning and talked about the incident.
Overnight, a Texas Department of Public Safety special agent was involved in apprehending some people who were not just here illegally, but were smuggling drugs in the United States. And during the course of that operation, there was a vehicle accident, and the Texas Department of Public Safety special agent lost his life.
But according to Customs and Border Protection, or CBP, that statement is not true. We asked Border Patrol if the 6 undocumented migrants that were taken into custody prior to the truck rolling off an embankment were smuggling drugs. Border Patrol said there was no evidence of drugs being involved.
This is not the first time last night they've been cracking down on drug smugglers. They've been doing this every single day, and I got to tell you a reason why they needed to escalate it. And that's because of the record-breaking amount of fentanyl that's coming across our border.
Customs and Border Protection tells us that in fiscal year 2021, which ended in October, they had no seizures of fentanyl in the Del Rio Eagle Pass sector. And that so far in fiscal year 2022, it seems to be the same, with no seizures of fentanyl reported so far. We requested a statement or an interview from Governor Abbott's office. We have yet to get a response. Beto O'Rourke, the Democrat running for governor, says this incorrect statement is a part of the political theater Abbott has been a part of for too long.
We mourn the loss of life of this DPS trooper who was stationed actually here in El Paso, Texas, before being deployed as part of Operation Lone Star. I don't know all of the facts of the case. It sounds like the governor did not either. And I think it's really important that we only traffic in the truth in this state.
O'Rourke says the deployment of DPS troopers and 10,000 members of the Guard is being paid for by your tax dollars. But yet these brave men and women often are not being compensated properly.
Many of whom have not gotten paychecks on time, have had their tuition benefits cut in half, and 4 of whom have taken their own lives since being activated and deployed, warrants everybody's attention and accountability for the governor, who is ultimately responsible for what is going on there.
Last week, all 6 undocumented migrants were Title 42 out of the United States. That means they were deported back to Mexico.
We know that it was some sort of a pointy weapon.
Over the past few months, Sheriff Javier Salazar is noticing a pattern at the Bexar County Jail.
We are seeing a more violent type of inmate in this jail.
Around 7 Sunday morning, the sheriff says 40-year-old Vincent Garcia, who's been at the jail since August of last year, requested to speak to a deputy.
All he would say was that he was uncomfortable in the living unit. The deputy removed the inmate from the cell and then took him over closer to the guard area, the secured area we call the picket.
The picket looks something similar to this, and it's not much bigger than a couple of phone booths.
The inside of that is a console with buttons that controls all of the cells.
The deputy and Garcia talked outside of the control center when the cadet deputy inside saw something.
One of the warning lights on the control panel lit up, which indicated a door was opening, and saw 2 inmates rushing out of a unit, out of a cell, and rushing toward the officer and toward the deputy and the inmate.
The deputy talking to Garcia was able to get inside the picket before the two other inmates attacked.
The victim and the two suspects are all documented members of the Texas Mexican Mafia.
Sheriff Salazar says Garcia was taken to the infirmary but died from his wounds.
We call it popping the cell.
Investigators are still trying to figure out how the two suspects were able to get the door open.
So it's really not rocket science on how to defeat these doors. While they are not your average door, the fact is that there's plenty of information out there on how to defeat a door.
Salazar says there are more than 400 known gang members at the jail right now.
These will all wear red, so we know at a glance, okay, that's somebody that I need to be extra worried about.
Deputies keep this group of inmates in separate wings.
We have increased security in that area.
Courtney Bowden knows how fast your life can change.
My husband heard a beep beep. He walked out and he saw my car being rolled basically out the driveway.
Their family car stolen at 12:30 at night on the west side. According to her husband, he saw a young man in a red sweatshirt make off with the 2015 silver Lincoln MKC. Courtney filed a police report and days later saw these posts from neighbors whose cars had also been stolen. Home cameras captured pictures and videos of these boys, one of them attempting to open car doors while the other two wait in a silver Nissan before driving away. We're blurring their faces because they haven't been arrested or charged.
The videos are all the same. It's the same kids. It's the same car. The car has been reported stolen. Why isn't there more actions being done?
We reached out to SAPD to see what was being done and asked if car thefts had gone up. They gave us these numbers from 2020 and 2021. In 2020, the city saw just over 6,700 vehicle thefts. In 2021, from just January to October, the city saw nearly 7,300 vehicle thefts, about 600 more from the year before. Courtney says a few days ago, she saw this post of her hood on Craigslist, but police said without proof that it was her hood, there wasn't much they could do.
Have your windows VIN etched. All it is just putting in your VIN number on the windows. But if thieves see that, it will deter them from stealing your vehicle because they know that your VIN number is all over it.
AAA says Texas has the second highest number of vehicle thefts in the nation. Other than locking your doors, they say being proactive is the best way to prevent a car theft or to recover your car.
Use an anti-theft or automatic tracking device. If your vehicle wasn't equipped with an alarm or a hidden tracking device when purchased, I would have one installed. Certainly if someone steals your vehicle, at least you can track it now.
As for Courtney, she says she just wants her car back. And she's telling you to make sure you grab those keys and lock your doors.
If you think that it will not happen to you, unfortunately, it is a possibility. I'm a mom of 4. I have worked my butt off for that car. I've paid every note $500 every month for the last 4 years, and I have nothing to show for it but an empty driveway.